Hi, everyone. This is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled Nothing is Wasted. So, when I was 5 years old, I used to always be in my room, always talking to myself. I've had a radio, no, not a radio show. I used to have like a cooking show, I used to have a talk show, and I used to have guests and everything, and you never heard of it because obviously it was in my imagination, but I was in my room, and in 2014, I started doing YouTube videos. And obviously, I was in my house, in my room, talking on camera. That's one part of it. And my whole life, I've always loved music. And so much so, like, I don't know how old some of you might be, but if any of you ever remember the Jet magazines, and the Jet magazines in the back, they used to have like the top 10 R&B songs or whatever, or albums. And what my cousins and stuff used to do is they would either just tell me the title, and then I would just tell them who sung the songs. Like, I've loved music my whole life. And 2014 again, that's when I started the Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless podcast. Before that, I did have a different, sorry, it wasn't a podcast. It was the Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless blog. That's when I started the blog. And on there, to actually be a little bit different, I started showcasing music. So I would showcase like different songs or something like that, or I would make like a list of songs for whoever the listeners was, just to give them like some insights on to songs. Fast forward until this year, which is 2020, when I created my book, Love and Relationships. I promise you I'm going somewhere with all of this. I created my book, Love and Relationships, that is on Amazon right now, under Tammy Simmons. Long story short. Okay. In the book, there's playlists in the book to help you with your relationships or whatever, just different types of situations. And fast forward, just a couple months afterward, or maybe like within the same month, I started making playlists on Spotify. A month or two later, now I have a radio show on Station Head, and on that radio show, obviously, there's music that I need playlists for. So if you look at everything that I've been through, God allowed me to use the good, bad, and the ugly to give you guys inspiration. He allowed me to use me talking in my room to now I am talking through a camera for videos. The radio station, I'm talking from there, and I'm talking to you guys on a podcast. Also, with the music, it's like I said, I love music my whole life. So from the music, I was able to use that music to make lists for you guys on the blogs, then make playlists for you guys to help you guys in your relationships, to now making playlists that I can use for the radio. If you look at that whole thing as an example, it will show you that nothing that I've ever did in life was wasted. It may seem pointless. Maybe if you're an adult and you might see your child maybe in the room playing pretend or this, that, and the third. But the thing is, God is preparing you. You just don't know how he's going to prepare you. So the thing is, like I said, I've been talking basically to myself since I was 5 years old. And so God has been preparing me for what I'm doing today, and I had no idea for it. So like I said, talking to you guys or whatever, like I'm not uncomfortable doing this because I've been doing it my whole life. And that's how it is for you. You may not know how God is going to move you from one thing to the next. I was just doing that stuff as a kid, just using my imagination, not knowing that years later or decades later, basically, that's what I would be doing. I didn't know, like, using the music or just, giving you guys playlists, that one day I'll be using that playlist for my own record label, or my own radio station. And so that's the thing. You never know what God is using. So do not devalue anything that you're going through, because God is going to use it for the greater good, one way or another. Everything will work out for you. You don't know how God is going to move anything, and don't allow anyone else to make you feel as though what you're going through is pointless, or what you have done in life is pointless, or anything, because God will use everything. Nothing with God is wasted. Every opportunity He will use, every mess up, or what you might think is a mess up or a mistake, God will use it. There is a lot of things that I have done in my life that may not have been the best things, or there have been things that have hurt in my life. But God has allowed me to use every situation that I've been through, good or bad, to encourage you guys. These encouragements are not coming just out of the air like, oh my goodness, like, oh, that's something nice to say. These are from my experiences, or I've seen someone go through it, or like I said, I experienced it myself. So at the end of the day, nothing with God is wasted. So don't think that anything that you have been through, your talents or anything, will ever be wasted. God is going to use it all to get you to the next level, for the good, everything. So always know that God has a plan for you. Don't give up on yourself, because God will never give up on you. Always know that you have worth, you have value, you are necessary to this earth. Know that you are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And until next time, bye.